Hey Android fans, this is Eric with another Android app review. Today I'm going to talk to you about an app called Jango. It's a music streaming app, very similar to Pandora, but I think it's a little bit better than Pandora even. It pretty much has the same, all the same features that Pandora has in terms of creating your own stations, but it also has a ton of genre stations where you can pick a particular genre of music to listen to. It streams very well, has various settings to allow you to sort of experiment and find the setting that will stream the most flawlessly for you. So let's jump on the app and take a look at all the features, what it does, how it plays, and why it's one of my favorite music streaming apps. Okay, so you can see we have the Jango icon here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that and open up the app so you can see the insides. So this is the Jango application. When you open it up, it'll open up to whatever station and song you're last playing. Has very similar to what you see in almost any streaming music app, very similar to what you see in Pandora. You have the full album art here. You have your like and dislike buttons, play, and skip. And you can also adjust the volume. I like that it has that, so you don't have to go through your phone's menu settings to adjust the volume. You can just adjust it right there as a shortcut. So currently we're showing what's now playing. If you look at your stations, you'll see it's very much like Pandora, where you can create stations based on an artist. You can rename that station to a particular name if you're trying to create a style, like here with Christian rock. Then you also have genre stations, and this is one of the things I like the most about Jango over Pandora, is you can pick genres. So top station, top 100 by Jango, hot hip hop, hot country, love songs, Coachella, 2012 lineup, hot dance hits, fresh 40 by Jango. If you go back, you have alternative music, blues, Christmas and holidays, classical and opera, country. If you click country, you'll see you have several different types of country stations: bluegrass, hot country, classic country, country summer party. You have dance stations, all different types of dance stations. You can go by decades, which I think is cool if you wanted to listen to 80s music. But it's not just 80s in general, they break it down. Hits from the 80s, 80s alternative, 80s pop, 80s summer party. So I love that they have the genre stations, because if you're like me, you probably have been on Pandora and you've attempted to create a genre station by entering an artist of a particular genre, but what it ended up creating was a station that was absolutely nothing like what you thought it was going to. Like 1 out of every 5 songs is actually the genre you were hoping for. And that's because, you know, just the nature of creating a station based on an artist, they're taking all kinds of things into consideration about that style, of the style of that artist when creating a station. And Jango does that too if you create a station based on artist. So it's great to have the option, if you want to listen to a particular genre, just to go to that genre, and then it will play music that is within that genre, which is great. Hip hop, independent, indie, jazz, Latin, love songs, pop, R&B, rock, themes and moods. So here you have things like Disney soundtracks, toddler tunes for kids, golden oldies, hits from the 50s, Celtic music, Irish pub songs, Broadway show tunes, one-hit wonders, St. Patrick's Day, Academy Award nominees, film scores. So pretty much any genre of music you can think of, you have it here. So it's kind of like having XM radio, except that it is completely free. If you want to create a new station, you hit the create new station. You can enter any artist to create a new station. Let's see, let's do Coldplay. So it'll create a station based on Coldplay. It will generally play songs by that artist, as well as like Pandora songs of other similar artists. One thing I like about Jango, if you don't like a particular song, you can skip it. Now when you skip a song, you do have to deal with an advertisement. But you can just X out of that and then go to the next song. But you have unlimited skips, and you don't have to deal with ads every time. Well, that's a great song. That's one of my favorite songs. So you can see, you can just skip, skip, skip. Ever so often it's going to pop up an ad. That's how they pay for the service. That's why it's free to us. But as you can see, it's just every so often. So not too much of a big deal. And if you don't like songs, you can just skip them. Of course, you can, if you like a song, you can like or dislike, and that'll ensure that that song gets played more frequently. Also, you can adjust if you're not liking the mix so much, if you're not thinking it's exactly right. If you hit the little, what looks like an equalizer button, it'll come up with a list of artists that it thinks is similar, and you can say yes, add that artist to the mix. So we'll say yes, add some U2 to that mix. But no, I don't want James Blunt in the mix, in this particular mix. So it helps you to kind of take the station you've created and mold it more into what you want it to be. You can also adjust variety. Like I have a happy medium right now, but you can change it to generally more popular songs that are played based on the station you've created, or wide variety, which may play more artists on the fringe, that maybe artists you haven't heard of, but that Jango determines is similar to the artists you've picked to be in your station. And then also song variety, which is the same thing, but based on song rather than based on artist. So that's kind of a cool feature you have. Let's pause this. If you go into menu, you have audio settings. This is where you can change things to try to make it stream better. They tell you in here that if you're having issues with streaming music, if you're having buffering messages or the application is freezing, then you can click this box to try an alternative streaming method. I haven't needed to do that. It's worked fine without that for me, but they did that because obviously sometimes different devices or different carriers, a different streaming mode might stream better. Also, you can adjust the audio quality to low, medium, or high. I have mine on medium. If you have LTE on your phone or you're streaming mostly through Wi-Fi, then of course you probably want to put it on high. And then also you have this feature which it's set so that if you plug in a headset, it automatically starts playing a song where you left off. I don't use that feature myself, so I'm going to uncheck that. Now you can see that up here in my little notification bar, Jango is listed, and that is because it is still active. One thing I do like about Jango is it does have a quit button. So when you want to quit the application completely, you just hit quit, and the application will completely stop. Now if you're playing a song, if you're just on your home screen, anytime you get to a new song, it'll up here in the little notification bar, when it gets to a new song, it'll flash up there what that new song is and who's playing. There is also a widget. I'll show it to you here. Now this is not the standard Jango widget. I will let you know in advance. I use ADW launcher for my home screen, which allows me to resize widgets. Generally this widget would be a 4x1, so it would be smaller. It would just be across this top row. But I have a customized home screen, so I changed the size of the widget. Generally the album art would be smaller, but the key presses would actually be larger. But you can completely control it and skip to a new song. And you can pause it. And you can choose up or down. If you click on it, on the album art, it will open the app back up. And you can pause it. So that is pretty much Jango. Of course you can share the app, rate the app. You can log out because you do have to have an account. I can attest though that you open your account to use the app, they do not spam you. I don't think I've received maybe any emails from them other than when I first signed up. But they don't send you a lot of junk emails or anything like that, so signing up shouldn't be an issue for anybody. And then like I said, when you're done with it, you hit quit and you quit completely. Even your widget will no longer show anything playing because the application is done. It's not in your system, it's not using system resources. So anyway, that's Jango. So that is the app Jango, which is available for free in the Google Play Market. Again, I think it's a great app for streaming music. For just having your own stations. You pretty much have genre-wise, you have every type of station, maybe even more, as what would be available with XM radio. Only it's completely free. You do have to, every now and again, it will pop up an ad, which you can simply X out of. But it's a very small price to pay for unlimited streaming, unlimited skips, genre stations. Create your own stations based on artists, the ability to then fine-tune those stations to make sure it's playing the kind of music you want to listen to. Also has a cool little widget. It has a quit button, which a lot of apps are missing. So overall, for me, the best streaming radio app, Jango. So check it out. Again, this is Eric, as always, from hollywoodfrodo.com with your Android app review, reminding you that your Android phone is only as good as you make it. Till next time, have a great day.